The interspecies exchange program between Galactic Academy and Earth's universities was entering its third cycle. Among the alien students, Earth had earned a notorious reputation as a Class 12 Deathworld, a planet so hazardous that most species required environmental suits just to survive its punishing conditions. Professor Clax, a respected xenobiologist with translucent blue skin and 4 delicate arms, gathered his students in the Academy's observation deck. The massive view screen displayed Earth's swirling blue and white sphere against the darkness of space. Today, Clax announced, we will discuss why Earth remains classified as one of the galaxy's most dangerous inhabited planets, despite its seemingly mild appearance. Nix, a serpentine student with copper scales, raised a slender appendage. Professor, I've studied the records. Humans survive without protection in atmospheric pressure 18 times greater than my homeworld, temperatures that fluctuate wildly, and gravity that would crush many species. Correct, Clax nodded. But those are merely environmental factors. The true danger lies elsewhere. The group of 12 alien students, representing 10 different species from across the galaxy, leaned forward with interest. They had all volunteered for the Earth Immersion program, set to begin next week. Each had undergone extensive physical modifications and adaptations to survive what awaited them. Trill, a crystalline being who communicated through light pulses, flashed a question. Is it their microorganisms? I've heard Earth teems with billions of microscopic life forms. A significant danger, the professor agreed, but not the primary reason. Lori, one of the more humanoid students with pale green skin, offered. Their history suggests they're prone to violence. Could it be the humans themselves? Professor Clax manipulated the holographic controls, bringing up footage from various Earth locations. Bustling cities, tranquil forests, roaring oceans, and frozen tundras. What do you see in these environments? He asked. The student studied the imagery carefully. Extreme diversity, answered Vox, whose translucent body rippled with thought. No planet I've encountered shows such varied terrain within such a small area. Precisely, said Clax. Most worlds develop specialized life forms adapted to specific conditions. Earth, however, presents a unique case. He brought up a new series of images: humans climbing mountains, swimming in oceans, traversing deserts, and exploring cave systems. Humans have adapted not by evolving specialized biological traits for each environment, but by developing something far more dangerous: problem-solving intelligence and relentless adaptability. The classroom fell silent as the implications sank in. Earth is classified as a death world, continued Clax, not merely because of its physical challenges, but because it produced a species that thrives on overcoming challenges. They don't avoid danger, they conquer it. Mira, a student with feathered appendages, spoke softly. So the danger is their mindset? Exactly. Clax brought up historical footage showing early humans with primitive tools, followed by increasingly complex technological achievements culminating in spacecraft. While most species evolve to fit their environment, humans force their environment to fit them. The professor switched to footage of a human medical facility. When illness threatens them, they don't accept natural selection. They invent medicine. When climate challenges them, they don't migrate. They build shelters and climate control. When resources grow scarce, they don't reduce population. They develop more efficient extraction methods. Trill flashed anxiously. That makes them sound like a planetary parasite. That would be an oversimplification, Clax cautioned. Their adaptability has a peculiar duality. The same drive that leads them to exploit resources also pushes them to restore ecosystems. The same ingenuity used for weapons creates life-saving technologies. Lori raised her hand again. Professor, if this is true, why include them in the galactic community at all? They sound unpredictable. Clax smiled. For the same reason you've all volunteered for this program, because innovation comes from confronting the unknown. Humanity's greatest strength isn't their technology or their physical resilience. It's their willingness to face challenges rather than avoid them. The view screen shifted to footage of the first contact between humans and the Galactic Council, 50 years earlier. Despite the technological gap, humans had approached the situation with characteristic curiosity rather than fear. Your assignment during your Earth stay is to observe this quality. How does a species evolve to see obstacles as opportunities? What cultural mechanisms reinforce this trait? And most importantly, how can other species learn from it without destroying ourselves in the process? Nix raised an appendage again. But Professor, isn't that attitude dangerous? Always pushing boundaries, never accepting limitations? Professor Clax nodded gravely. Extremely. That's why Earth is a death world. Not because it will kill you, but because its people will never stop trying to master it, and in doing so, might master us all. As the students filed out to prepare for their journey, Clax added one final warning. Remember, humans don't see themselves as dangerous. They consider their adaptability to be their greatest virtue. During your time among them, you may find yourself beginning to think the same way. That transformation, that shift in perspective, is the true danger of Earth. And as the students departed for their human adventure, none of them realized how prophetic those words would prove to be.